And we are back. Hello, everyone. Hello, British Pizza UK. Welcome back, and everyone else. Today, my guest is Christie Shinn, and she is a webcomic artist. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do a comic called Demon Bitch. It's based on people well, especially women I hated that were mean to me. So I decided to make fun of them and made a comic book out of it. And it's
Oh,
about a low-level demon from the 13th pit of hell where people throw their dog shit in gum wrappers.
oh, those gum wrappers.
Yeah, right. Screw those gum wrappers. They're just evil. You're a Satan lover if you have those at all.
So, no, just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do exactly in your fields.
Well, I do comic books. I draw and write them. Right now, I'm doing Demon Bitch, as I stated before, and it's just basically stuff on real life that I do it on. Even though if it's on a demon or something, the last book I did was Personal Monsters, and that was an asshole safari, and that was essentially like I just got together and I just wrote and drew the meanest things about people that were jerks to me because that was a way of getting it out of my system. And now people really relate to it and they actually kind of laugh at it because they've actually run into people like that. And what's interesting is that it's made people kind of realize toxic behaviors in our society without it being preachy. Just
Yeah.
more like, yeah, that didn't make me feel good. And I thought that was messed up. It's good that you feel that way too. And then I'm an artist. I have a resident wall up in the Hive Gallery. And I'm curating for the next show, which is Faster Pussycat Kill Bill.
Nice. And so people can really resonate and find some sort of like relation with your comics then.
Yeah, I think that it's a great outlet. I
Mhm.
think it's great for a lot of people. I think it allows people to be who they want to be without being toxic. Because what I've noticed in our society is that we kind of allow ourselves to kind of cram stuff down. Now, you're saying like, well, a lot of people rage, but it's like a lot of people rage because they rage inappropriately. It's one thing to express anger and distaste for something. And that I don't think is unhealthy. It's just when you get to a point where you start calling out people and saying things about them, like, for instance, the Miss Marvel movie, right?
Mhm.
Some people watched it, some people didn't, some people liked it. And yeah, there were some people that were assholes about it, but that's with anything, right?
Yeah.
And it just got to a point. What I found toxic is like, if you didn't like the movie, then immediately you were against women. Or if you had any critique about the movie, you were against women. I'm like, okay, look, while I understand there is this frustration with inequality and all that, this is not the way to go about it because now you're alienating everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying don't call people out or don't say what it needs to be said, but be very careful when you call people out because I think it causes more harm than good because then it makes everybody paranoid about everybody else. And really, honestly, you want to solve a problem, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to go and like add to it. So why the hell are you adding to it by being ridiculous like this? Why don't you just go and like figure out a solution? Okay, here's the problem. So how do we solve it instead of screaming at everybody about how they're screwed up? I never was a fan of that.
Scream louder. I don't know. Yeah.
I
But
don't know. I
yeah.
mean, to me, the problem is that when you start screaming about everything, then you end up like making people tune out.
Yeah. Yeah. They just become numb to it and just completely ignore you. So aside from your personal interactions with these toxic people that help create the comic, what other sparks did you find that helped the creative process, and what really drove that passion?
I think I just like drawing. I really like drawing. I have fun drawing. And I think what's interesting to me is that when you start laughing like a little asshole when you're drawing, I think that actually adds to it too. Because I think you need to enjoy what you're doing. Like if I'm drawing Demon Bitch and I'm giggling,
Yeah.
even if I'm feeling like crappy, like right now I'm recovering from a sinus infection, that's why I sound probably off. It's because I just like was laughing because I'm remembering how stupid this situation was, maybe how stupid this person in particular is, and I'm drawing it, but I'm laughing because it's funny,
Okay.
But I'm enjoying it. I'm not like really being mean for the sake of being mean because I read comics like that and I don't find them funny. It's like there's not this humor intent of hilarity. It's just more of you don't have wit in it, I mean, you can be mean and witty, but you need to make it funny where it's I wouldn't say palatable. It's more of people being able to relate to it so it's not singularly you. So there's this weird thing where people are going like, well, it's about you, but at the same time you can't make it just about you or else people are just not going to be in tune with it.
fair. And but those real life influences that can be found in your work, and you've said before that people could relate to. Is that also in your business life as well, not just from personal? Like
What
going
do you
to
mean?
meetings, like with meetings from bosses or from professional work life. Is that also included in there in your work?
Sometimes, I mean, sometimes I have to meet up with people that are interested in meeting up. Like if it's at a convention
Hmm.
and they invite me to certain things, or if I get, like if they say, oh, hey, or the organizer would say, hey, we're throwing this get together. Are you able to come? So it's like having to come over there. So it's kind of like one of those things. It's like, yes, I think meetings are a part of it. And you kind of have to understand that at a con, you're constantly talking to people and having possible like job things or whatever come up.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like, you can't be like all I think you can't be totally. I mean, there are times when you're just not feeling it, right?
Yeah.
And it's okay, you're human. But there are times where it's just like, okay, engage the public. Like some people go, some artists go like, oh, I'm socially, I have social anxiety, and I have this, and this, and blah blah blah, and I don't know how to talk to people. It's like, well, look, people are not interested in doing a Carl Salesman speech. They're into like you getting to know them as a person. Like they want to know you as a person. Why do you do the thing? And you have that avenue now. And what's bothering me is that it's like, look, I understand. While I understand social anxiety is a very real thing, and I'm not saying, oh, get over it, but I'm just saying, like, when you look at it, would you be miserable, like not being known, not having anybody buy your artwork, and not living on what you want to do, and or you have to kind of just build yourself up to it. And sometimes it's hard. It's harder for some people, I understand, but you got to look at sometimes life that way. It's like, would I be happier doing this, or would I be happier doing that? And it's a way of taking care of you. I think it's a better form of self-care where you're building your life consciously through that self-care. As for meetings with people, yeah, I mean, there's talking with people. It's like you get your rhythm down, you get your pitch down, and just make your pitch real. Don't make this whole thing, make it funny. Like you have to, like when I make a pitch over at cons or anywhere, I have to kind of think about, like, I'm going to say this shit like 10 million times a day.
Hmm.
I'm going to get bored. So I might as well put something that's true, true, short, and funny. And it makes people laugh. So I mean, you have fun with it. And I know people can be vague when they say, "Oh, have fun with it," but that's how I have fun with it. It's like, would I want to say something that bores the shit out of me every like time I say it? No. And take breaks in between. And I should actually follow that better.
Yeah, it can be definitely difficult for that, and and I'm sure that somehow influences the difficulty when creating a webcomic. What difficulties have you come across when doing so when you first started off?
What do you mean, like in general, like with webcomics?
Like coming up with the ideas and like the concepts,
I don't know. I mean,
or
I
was
think
it
it's
just like
inspired.
natural?
It was kind of natural. It was like I was sort of inspired by a story. And it just has me like, I drew this fucking thing. I really did Demon Bitch. It makes me laugh. I just ended up doing it. I
Hmm.
didn't really think too much on the format. It kind of metamorphosized for a while. But in a way, I kind of decided to make it into a stream of consciousness one-offs. And that's pretty much what it was because like Demon Bitch was just me being silly. So I decided to write all sorts of silly, weird shit on it too.
Hmm.
So I guess that makes sense.
All right, yeah, and and alongside that, as you drew, you had you start up a Patreon account, right?
Yes, I do. I have my own Patreon account.
Nice, and along with that, a Kickstarter. So, what exactly did you have in mind to promise those who backed you, like criticisms or critiques or like early looks
Um,
at your work?
Not really. I mean, it was more of like, this is a book. I finished it.
Hmm.
This is what I'd like to do. And I'd like to do this if I get to do it more. And here's what you get with it. And I
Okay,
made it kind of
yeah,
along the lines like Prince, like what would be easier to kind of fit all together in a package.
okay. Hmm. That's really interesting because normally when you have something of that sort of media, being webcomics, it, it, this is just me assuming that it would be difficult to find that niche.
For webcomics,
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to work up into it. I mean, it's good to know what's going on with terms of, let's say, like what you're trying to aim at, what you want to do, and what you want to do to sell a lot. And I don't think that's bad, but I think if you make it too targeted, I think people pick up on that.
Okay.
And sometimes you just kind of have to let the creativity flow and let it take you where it's going to be. I mean, tempered with the fact that you just learn more of how to better push it. But, it's also a trial and error too.
Have there been some days where you just don't want to draw or do anything? Like, how do you maintain your workflow?
Well, there are times that you kind of have to know yourself, I think, in some ways. Like, in some ways, it's like, in some ways, like, on some days I'm very prolific. I'll draw 10 pages worth of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for a day or two, I probably won't draw anything at all. So it really depends on how I feel.
Okay.
So I don't want to be saying, like, oh yeah, it's this, or oh yeah, it's that. It's like, for me, I think it depends on, you kind of got to know your workflow. You kind of got to know, like, what you do. I think you got to know, like, what the heck's going on, in terms of what works for you. Not what everybody else tells you how to do it, but like what works for you. And I think it's like some artists have this idea, like, if I work hours and hours and hours, I'm like, that's nice, but after a while you're going to hurt yourself. I've known people like half my age already, like, wondering if they're going to be artists anymore because they have, what is it?
Like writer's block?
No, carpal tunnel, like actual physical problems where they have to go undergo a surgery to cut like the part of the wrist open. So it's like, that's not something I want to do. And I think what needs to be practiced in the artist community, and sometimes some artists get really overloaded and then they spaz out. Like, I used to do that too. And I think for me, honestly, like, when I see stuff like that, it's like, you guys got to take a break. Because, like, for me, if I didn't take a break, I would actually kind of spaz out. Like, I would be kind of like, oh, I'd freak out about this, and it would be harder for me to deal with things. And sometimes you just got to take a break and take a day or two off and just not do shit. Because, like, you're on all the time. So it's like just I mean, I would say the same for writers, but...
Yeah. When I used to write, it was more of, like, writer's block. And, like, you would write something out, but it would be crap. And it would be nothing but crap for, like, the next few days, and you just gotta take a break. Like, your mind just has to switch on up to something else,
Yeah. So all I'm saying is that, yeah, I wouldn't go and say, I think, like, just essentially, if we're doing stuff of ourselves and we're pushing and pushing, and it's good to push hard, don't get me wrong, but maybe pushing hard isn't good all the time. Sometimes you need to go and take a moment and just step back and not do something, and just let your brain catch up and physically catch up with the rest of you, or let that idea come through on its own. Because if you keep digging at it and digging at it, there's to a point where you're going to, there's going to be to a point where you're going to go and mess up yourself. And some people get really screwed up on that too.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate how that happens. And on top of that, on top of, those issues, you also have to deal with the online community. Like, sometimes you get good criticism, like constructive, and then you also have, like, the trolling and harassment. But first, let's go into, like, the constructive criticism. Like, how do you deal with criticism?
Well, I mean, first of all, this is what I learned in art school, and I learned to disavow. Any criticism that you might have, you don't need to take everything. Everybody's going to have an idea how your work's going to be, or has to be. But it's you, right? Yeah. So if you feel that, maybe I'll give this a go, that's fine. But if you're coming from a place of insecurity where you're just like, oh, maybe my work's not good enough, blah, 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 maybe also you just need to understand that, your work is not everybody else's, and sometimes you have to say there's a point where you're like, I don't need to listen to this does not resonate with me, I don't feel that this is right for me. Then you have every right to say, no, I'm not going to go and deal with it. I don't want to change it for that, you know. And I think a lot of people ask too much of the online community, like, what do you think of this, what do you think of that? And I appreciate that to a point, but I've not had for feedback like that. I've never had anything really positive come out of it. It didn't really benefit me. It just ended making me burnt out and upset. And I just realized, and a lot of times the people that would do that, they generally didn't follow their own thing. Like I remember in the game community, I was told, okay, study really hard on anatomy and all these other things and blah, blah, blah. And I thought, okay, great, I'll do that. And what I found out later on, that in some of the game companies, they didn't even bother with that. They just had you Photoshop over, like they put in a lot of filters for an actual photo, and then you drew over it. And that made me pissed because it was like, here you are telling me I'm not good enough, but you're doing these shoddy ways.
Yeah, like they take like the cheaper route out of the hard work that you've put in, and I can definitely feel you on that one, especially in the gaming industry. It's a known thing, but it sucks.
Well, it's ridiculous. It's stupid. And I personally think that why are you telling people this? I, as I said, it just bothers me on that level. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you're doing this shit, it's like you better just go. These are people that are invested with, it's like if you're telling people that are invested, people that are really wanting to be in the industry, the worst thing you can do is just give them information that they're not going to go and be okay with. So, and that's not going to work for them. It's like the worst thing you could do to a person is waste their time.
Yep.
And yet a lot of these people tend to go and have no issue with wasting other people's time, especially people that want to be in the game industry. And I find that pretty arrogant, to be honest. So it's like, if you go, it's not like, oh, I can't hack it or something. It's like you're kind of putting a person at a disadvantage here, you know.
That's rather unfortunate, and that it does happen. Um, but once you get past all those hurdles, though, and you get to the place where you are now, especially with the upcoming Long Beach Comic Con, that has to
Mhm.
be exciting, though. That has to make up for everything, all the bull crap that you had to go through before.
I think so. I mean, it's like I'm not in the place where I want to be at the moment. Like, I have a certain goal, but it's getting there. And it's like it does make me gratified. I mean, it has to give me what is it? It gives me a little bit
Of a
of,
push.
I think it kind of gives me like a sort of feel of vindication in a way. But then at the same time, it's like I'm going out of my way to push hard for stuff that, I get really into pushing hard. Now,
Hmm.
that's always a good thing, but sometimes that's not a good thing. Sometimes that's a bad thing because you're just like, okay, well, all right, I'm pushing hard, but I'm not sitting back and letting myself have the victory that I have, if you get what I mean. It's like, okay, I'm not at 100% at the goal, but I like ran 2 more miles than I did before. I'm fat. I'm further along than I did before. And you have to kind of celebrate that. You kind of have to remind yourself to celebrate that, or else you're going to be unhappy too.
And it's all worth it, just to meet up with the fans as well.
Oh
So
yeah, I
definitely
enjoy
feel.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
yeah,
apologize.
yeah. Go ahead.
No, I enjoy them because they're people too, and it's good to talk to them and kind of relate to them as well. And it's not that they're just there for me. I do get gratification because it's sort of like meeting your tribe in a way, or meeting somebody that really needs to hear something from somebody else that they needed to hear for a long time. And I'm not saying that I'm the know all be all, but at least it'll give them some idea so they don't feel alone.
Yeah, and that's really gratifying. When someone comes up to you and thanks you for the hard work that you've put in. You know, And alongside that, do you have plans for any other Comic Cons or any other cons?
Well, right now, towards the end of the year, I mean, they kind of keep popping up. So right now, I'm at the Secret Sisterhood. Let me just double check this again.
Hmm.
But it's the Secret Sisterhood for, let's see. Let me just pop this up. So it's the Secret Society of the Sisterhood, and that's the one at Hollywood Forever and the Masonic Lounge. And that kind of just popped into my lap. So that's what happened. But I'm going to be at Long Beach Comic Con, not this weekend, but the next weekend. I'll be at OC Zine Fest, OC like Orange County Zine Fest,
Yeah.
this weekend at the Anaheim Central Library. I think that's what it's called. Then I'll be up on Long Beach Comic Con. Then I'll be doing, let's see here. I'll be doing the show of Faster Pussycat Kill Bill along with Banana Phone. And then I think the next week I'll have the Secret Society of the Sisterhood as well.
Oh, nice. So you have just about everything else planned out for you.
Right? And then the next one I think I'll be at LA Comic Con as well. So what I do on my website, I put up the appearances. So you guys can take a look at that, or you can subscribe to my newsletter or just follow me on social media.
Yeah, here, let me go ahead and get that up for everyone here.
Uh-huh.
Yep, yep. So here is the website for everyone to go check out Horror Studios. See here. Also, yep, it would be under appearances, right?
Yes.
Yep, under appearances.
And on the top of my website should be links to my social media, so you can click on each of those.
Yep. So you have Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Oh, you're also on Twitch.
Yeah, I am. I actually had it for a while, and then I didn't do it for a while, and then I kind of decided to do it again. So
Yeah, you should definitely do it on Twitch and Mixer. And you know,
oh yeah, Mixer. I haven't done Mixer yet.
yeah, Mixer's fun. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
It's growing. Like right now for me, I'm multi-streaming, so I'm streaming to Twitch, D Live, YouTube, Facebook, Mixer, um, and Twitch, and yeah, it's great. Because you're just spreading, your channel out there,
Hmm.
and your it, and for some people, know your brand.
Oh, nice.
So there you go.
Because I simulcast on Facebook Live, Twitch, and YouTube. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
definitely do the same thing for Twitch and Mixer.
yeah, yeah. Well, I've been doing Facebook Lives on streaming my drawings.
Hmm.
So you can follow me on Twitch, but also what helps to keep it going is that if people go on my Patreon account, even for $1 a month, that'll help any point in time. So I could just go continuously do that.
Yeah. And what times do you normally stream on Twitch?
I usually stream on Twitch from 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Huh. Yeah, just noticed that you were. Uh, nice. So, what projects do you have down the line that you're currently working on?
Well, right now I'm finishing up Old Stripey, the Courthouse Raccoon. That's a comic. That's actually a kids book because I actually do work on kids books every so often, and they'll be doing. So I'll be doing that. I'm finishing that up right now. I'm still in the works for Demon Bitch. Every year I put together a graphic novel for her. So the most recent one, She Sucks, is this year. But next year I'll have another one coming out, and it'll probably have some drink recipes in there, and I'll do another Kickstarter for that one too.
Oh, what kind of drink recipes?
Oh, Demon Bitch drink recipes.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I'm
it's
guessing
gonna be
they're pretty
awful.
hardcore.
It is pretty hardcore. Like my friend Tony came up with them,
Hmm?
and it was really cool. But it was like funny because like they were bad, but they weren't like you put together slop and they were bad. They were really good constructed sort of sense of bad. So Tony just put that together, and I said I got to put this in the fucking book. So we just write that stuff in there.
Nice. Yeah. So that's really cool. So you also mentioned a kids book, though.
Yeah, I've done a few. I've done it should be on my website. There's two that I did for for the Olive House in Ontario, California, not Canada, California. And then there was a couple that I did called Master and Monster, and Uncle Mike and George's Day Off. So that's there too. So this one, he's doing one on Old Stripey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is Old Stripey about?
He's about a courthouse raccoon, very shy, very very unassuming raccoon, and he catches some thieves trying to go and break into the courthouse, and he takes care of them.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
So very child friendly, no
No
cursing
cursing.
or
No horrifying things. No.
no guest appearances from other comic.
No. This is not
Okay.
comic related. Some people say like I'm really good at doing kids books in that way. Like I just went ahead and just wrote these really weird things. So it's like I draw these things, but yeah, it's done really well.
Oh, nice, nice. So what advice do you have for the aspiring artists out there who are, either struggling, to make it or wanting to get their foot in the door?
I think don't be afraid of trying to follow your voice. I also think that keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. If it feels right, then do it. If it doesn't, then don't. Hold off for a minute. And don't confuse being uncomfortable with not the right thing to do. There are times that I knew deep inside that it was the right thing to do, but I just didn't like it. But there are other things that I knew it wasn't the right thing to do, and I just felt all squirrely and weird inside. And I didn't feel comfortable either. But it turned out that it was not the thing I should have done. So you got to look at it that way.
So, so just go with your gut for the most
Go with
part.
your gut. It's
Yeah,
going to help.
definitely, definitely. And for those who are um, in college, what advice do you have for them for their portfolio?
For me, I would say put in your 10 best pieces. I'm kind of like the worst person to say that. Put in your best pieces. Put in pieces that may be oriented to the employer. Like if you notice that the employer is looking for a certain thing, put it up there, or put a few pieces of each style up on there, and keep up your website, keep a consistent website up. But I think I've noticed people look at Instagrams and Facebook, and just make sure you put a lot of it in your work. I suggest like kind of keep your personal stuff away from it, or create a business page.
Hmm.
That's what I did with Horror Studios and Demon Bitch. But I don't. But the thing is that don't try to go and sad barf over everything. It's okay to talk about your feelings. It's just I see people complain and complain and complain, and after a while, it's like, okay, stop, guys, shut up, you know. But put up your work up there. Make it about your work and you.
Nice. Yeah. It can be definitely difficult for those in college because they have these certain aspirations and I wouldn't necessarily say illusions of grandeur, but like this thought of okay, you get from college and then you're going to get a job. No, you're going to get your dream job from there, but in reality, you're going to have to work um, some 9 to 5 job between.
Yeah, I think what is important to tell people is that do what it takes to get to where you're at. Sometimes people get in this weird thing of like, oh, I mean, I've heard some artists go like, oh, I don't know if I'm really an artist because I did this, or oh, I didn't do this because of something else. I'm like, just as long as you're doing it, either full time or part time, you're still doing it. I mean, you don't need to be employed by a big studio in order to try to make your dream. I've seen many people just succeed in however they want to do it. So it's like just do it in the way that works for you. Like if you have to have a job, but you're doing your work, do it. If you're able to do this full time, great. There's pros and cons to both of them. It's like what can you do? What can you deal with? What works for you? I think people think of this one thing and it's like you are you. You don't have to go and follow a school exclusively.
That's some really good advice there. Definitely sound advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows that not only to follow that, but also just going out and experiencing life itself, or the
Yeah.
or what you need just to push that creative drive there. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, if there's anything else from your end that you'd like to share for everyone else out here.
Well, I came out with a new merchandise set of merchandise. I'm testing it out, so if you guys want to take a look at it on Teespring, you're welcome to. Check out
Oh,
the books.
let me go
And
ahead and find the link for that.
oh, okay, yeah. What it is that I do have. Let me take a look. Hold on, give me a moment. Let me find my author page on Amazon, and I'll give you the two links right here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, give me a moment. Uh, Sorry, I'm also having a stuffy nose, so that's kind of silly in itself. Let's see here.
Worries.
Storefronts. So I'll go ahead and put that in there. So this is my Teespring store right here. So my Demon Bitch one right here. And again, you could find them all on my website as well, because I have the merchandise store linked up on there as well. There's also, let's see here too. We put in my author page at Amazon. Give me a moment, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
So they can follow me on Amazon, take a look at the books and stuff like that. Do that too. And I also am on Comixology as well. And again, the books are linked to those things as well. Let's see here. I think that's it right there. And then there's Horror Studios if they have any other questions.
Okay, cool. Yep. Let me go ahead and copy pasta this. There we go.
Yay, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. So here's the Teespring link, and also on. Cool. Yeah, definitely. So nice. Do you have any plans for collaborative work?
Not immediately. I've been talking with a couple of comic creators, but until it gets more into fruition, then I'll be comfortable talking about it. I have worked with Lawrence Hubbard of Real Deal Comics in the past, so I did the back cover to that.
Oh, nice.
And he's added some artwork to Demon Bitch as well.
That's really nice. Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for taking your time to come on to my channel and provide the information and any advice that you have for everyone out here. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me on here too.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime. And yeah, everyone go ahead and check out and follow Christie Shinn and also Horror Studios. I've already provided the links for her website and also Amazon and Teespring. Let's see here. Also, let's not forget about her Twitter. You can also follow her here and also Twitch as well.
And I have a separate channel for Demon Bitch as well, if you want to follow just Demon Bitch.
Yep. Oh. And one for Demon Bitch right there. Ooh.
Yeah. I am a demon bitch.
Not in real life.
No, I'm not. But it's based off some demon bitches. Like everybody has their own demon bitch. That's what one of my friends would said.
Yeah, we've all encountered them before in our lives.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So some of us named our female dogs after them too.
Oh yeah. One person got mad at me. They told me like, "Oh, this is about women, right?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I said she's a demon. It was really funny, actually. I was laughing.
Personification of someone that I know.
Well, I mean, it's like also a demon bitch doesn't have to be a guy. It have to be a woman. I mean, it's a guy. But I always tell people it's a female demon. So it's not really a woman. So that's why I can do all sorts of shit to her because everybody hates demons.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
Nice. Alrighty. Well, again, Christy, thank you for your time here. Greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little cutoff break here, and I'll be back with all you viewers very soon. So give me a moment. So see you all in 5 minutes. BRB.
See you guys. Thank you.
And I return. Hey everyone, welcome back. Back with some more Nermish guy. So that was really cool having Christie Shinn on. Hopefully you guys can go ahead and check her art out on Horror Studios, and also I am Demon Bitch. I provide the links there, and I'll go ahead and provide the links again on my Discord, which you can find in the link below. I think you can. And also type in Discord in chat. Oh, let's see here. We have our extractors and we have our supply depots. These filled with oxygen. All that oxygen. So for the most part, I will be just fixing up the base, selling some stuff, that sort of thing, blah blah blah. Going to the salt extractor. Actually, no, I can lay down some more extractors. I can do that. I can do anything. Okay. But yeah, what do you guys think of the interview? Did I play Launchpad? Yeah, I did. Alright, good. My freighter, okay. Has all that. Have the oxygen. As for the supply depot, I feel like that's enough, really. God, I have so many. Carbon. Z, let's go to tech. Go to industrial supply. Metal plating. Alright, fine. And metal plating. I'll just throw down one. What do we have here? 4,500. That ain't bad. I'm doing with energy though. Yeah, we're fine. We are fine. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to try and find a new place, build extractors and whatnot. Let's hop on over here. Destroy anything and everything. I didn't think about putting down foundation before placing building price. Yeah, putting down foundations definitely help with that. Highly recommend it. Interesting. I could continue on with like whatever story there is to be had in this game, but ooh, I'm getting close. Hopefully it's not a C-class extractor. To deal with low input. Ooh. Already here. What is it? Ah, it's C-class. It's salt. So, I mean... Alright, so where's the, Didn't I not just mark it down? Alright. Playing base. So that means I'm gonna have to post up a teleporter, the solar panels, the batteries, the launch pad, the everything. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to lay down the groundwork for this extraction site, kind of like my other two, like the one I have for oxygen and for salt. So first what I'm going to do is rename this to salt extractor site A2 because I already have A1. And then I'm going to place down industry. There we go. Probably just one. Because here's the reason why I'm only placing one is I'm not always in the game like all the time. And so I'll check like once a day and it'll be filled, the rim. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to place down, why aren't you making more? Craft more, there we go. Does the extractor work better than the auto miner? There's an auto miner? Not know that. Ferrite dust, yeah, see? And in order for me to make power, I'm gonna need, okay, I can make batteries, which is fine, and solar panels. And, alright, solar panels, I need metal plating and gold. Gold, I can get from my ship. Yeah, this is a lot better. I would say this is a lot better. Okay, here's the other thing to keep in mind is these right here, like the supply depots, you can't place them on structures. So you're gonna have to, yeah, and I'm all out of ferrite dust. So thankfully what I have instead is I'm on a planet filled to the brim with ferrite dust. And I don't have to worry about sentinels at all. So I just go ham here with the everything. Is there? Oh, okay. Got ferrite dust right here. Also, to make glass, it requires silicon powder. And for that, why can't I? There we go, terrain manipulator. Sorry, it's been a while. Just use terrain manipulator and mine from any one of these mounds. Like, I would go for the ground, but I don't really want to scar it. Rather just go for these. Treat these as like a huge silicate powders, not silicon, silicate powder deposits. I think it's 40 per glass. And you can make 5 glass at a time. And go. Okay. So for ferrite dust, we have 502. Nice, and I have gold inside my ship. About that. All right, structures, tech, power. No, we want to go to industrial. We want to make those pipes first. Go. Now. Actually, I'm a stickler for appearance. So what I would like to do is create like a platform, sort of like a mini base. And then I'll create some stairs leading up, and I'll place down the launch pad as well. Alright, I think that's enough right there. Let's turn up the stairs. Oh wow, that doesn't look good at all. Yeah, this is kind of bugged and it's annoying me for some time. I wish that they would fix this. Hey, ah. But when I go to this, these kind of stairs, it works. It just works. There we go. You know what? And yeah, finally place this on top of here. Place it there. Place that there. Gonna need some more ferrite dust, but up here will be the launch pad. I will need to create the batteries. So let's see here. Tech, specialist, power. Biofuel, no. I think I will have a max of 4 batteries here. That's all I really need. Ferrite dust, I need more metal plating, but to get metal plating, I need... Good thing wires don't cost you anything. How annoying that'd be. Have these all attached to another. Great. Have this attached to here. I found that having each of these attached to a battery rather than to each other works out better. I know the game fairly well because I don't have a life and spent most of my time playing this game. But yeah, sure, I can I can answer your questions. Is a small refiner losing inventory and disappearing? Yeah, it is. It is a bug. That is a thing. It's annoying. It is really annoying when that happens. What I usually do is I go to a space station and buy my ferrite dust. Or my metal plating if they have it. But I also want to lay down a, oh right, a teleporter. Right. I think it's necessarily long term. Yeah, it's been a while, around for a while. Around. Yeah, I will place the teleporter here. So 4 metal plating, 2 carbon nanite. Also. Alright. What are you doing, game? That, Alright, tech, general. Place that right there. Go here. Go here. There we go. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Yeah, I know. And... what was I gonna do? Alright, tech. Here, get to solar. Solar is the bee's knees. I do have the electromagnetic generator, but this planet doesn't have the proper environment for that. Alright, so this won't generate a lot of electricity because it's only one solar panel. So I'm gonna have to move my butt on over to somewhere else and get more ferrite dust. Build more of those generators. But yeah, when they first came to this planet, I just fell in love with it. Because very low to non-existent sentinel activity. All the ferrite dust, hydrogen, and minerals I need. And there's only one animal type or fauna. Let me take a look here. Where is it? Catalog, discoveries. I am in timeline. What's this? Oh. Here, I'm in New London. This is it. This is the only creature here. It's kind of bugged, you can't see it, but it's basically floating rocks. That's it. It's floating rocks. They move around and they're passive and they're apparently technically immortal. So, yeah. That's it. Yeah. We have these geodes, which will sometimes give you more ferrite, a random amount, and to each one. Like you might get, ooh, rare metal, interesting. They might get magnetized, pure, or wait, how much pure do I have? 309. Might get some more. Tech power. There we go. Now they're powering up. And just in case, I'm going to throw in a one right over here. Oh, it's missing components. I think 4 ought to do it. I think 4 is good. Those, okay. Actually, I could make more of these storage. $2.50 an hour, right? Like, that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. The storage, I could up. So I'm going to make another supply depot. Let's see here. Industrial, we're going for supply. Place that like right here. And for wiring, right here to right here. Boom. There you go. All connected. And so we have a total of 3,250. So an extra 1,000. Wonderful. Because the extractor already gives you 50. C class. Yeah. And so you turn the salt into chlorine and you sell that on the market, and chlorine goes for a lot of money usually. Like I've gotten over 2 million for about I want to say 2,500 chlorine, maybe 3,000, somewhere in between there. I know there's a quite a gap, but still, it's good money. Tech. Yeah, we want to go tech. We want launch pad. Launch pad, we need metal plating, ion battery, microprocessor. Easy enough to get. Especially with the ion battery, I believe. But first things first. Decoration. Do I have enough? Yes, I do. First, we want to build this out here. Because every time you warp here, your ship can be anywhere here. And it can be even in these supplies. Like, you can mesh in with them, and you don't want that. Looks messy. So, building a proper base here. Or launch pad. Alright, that's good. Launch pads are huge. General, yeah. I won't have enough for the plating, but what about for the ion batteries? And we need microprocessors as well. I think we needed 2. Yep. And all we need is metal plating. So more ferrite dust. Gee golly. Where are we going to get that? Anywhere and everywhere. Geode, nice. Hopefully it'll give me more regular ferrite. I cool down just a bit. And gimme. There we go. Actually, yeah, that should be enough. Awesome. Alright, let's get back. Tricky having this built. Invalid position, but it doesn't give you like is it because there's not enough room on the sides? It doesn't give you that. That's what I'm thinking, but game, just let me. Please. There we go. Oh, thank you, God. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, nice. I like that. Ooh. No, whatever. Whatever. It works. It works. Have it. It'll build up. Even though these have the electrical pipeline filling, okay. The electrical symbols, it's still being power. It's fine. That working. Outpost, what? It's called Site Extractor or Salt Extractor Site A. Why is it weird? Go back to my main colony. So I live after work. You sure about that? Are you sure? I don't think you're really alive. I think you're undead. Mostly dead on the inside. Oh, join the club. Alright, so I don't know why this is still its old name, but it's actually Salt Extractor Site A2. Because, you know, I'm creative like that. Leave me alone. So we're going to turn this into pure ferrite, right? Because most of the buildings require pure ferrite to construct. So this building right here is for batteries. Nothing but batteries. It's only the first and second floor that had the batteries, right? And that's an error. Like, that should only appear once that you see on the screen there. These other two floors and the top floor, yeah, these other two floors will have batteries. Miss Remnant? Yeah. Not a whole lot happened. No, I did basically some grinding, boss killing, that sort of thing. On top here is more solar panels. All the solar panels. I have a lot of power to spare here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to fill all this stuff up with like decorations and whatnot that I will get the blueprints for from the anomaly. And somewhere along here, I'm going to build my Tower of Babel. And it's exactly as you think. It's going to be a huge tower. It's going to go way up to, like, whatever the limit is. And, just for shits and giggles. Now, it's not just going to be, like, one column. Like, one of these circular rooms. No, it's going to be probably 3 or 4, maybe 5. All leading up, but each column will be like of a different height. But they'll be connected to each other, some form and fashion. And yeah, they'll reach up to the heavens. Where I will confront God and slay him. No, in here, I like these glass domes. Also, the lights. There will be lights. There will be lights everywhere. The lights will come last. Like, that's such monotonous work. It was. Alright, we have our ferrite dust. I don't know what I was gonna put over here, but yeah. Let's put a. I don't have any more glass. I'll have to go with like another corridor. Oh no. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave it like that. And probably not have another circular room here because it's gonna block the view of this right here. It's kind of, yeah. Doesn't look good. I don't like it. So instead, what I'm gonna do is, oddly enough, and this is what I found really weird, is this curved corridor, it has no glass for the ceiling and for the sides, but it doesn't require glass. It just makes it go, I'm gonna see if this would actually connect. Ooh, it will. Nice. So that connects right there. Connect 4. That's pretty cool. And again, I'll work on the decorations and all that later. And I could change these up to glass, actually. Let me go ahead and do that. Make some glass. I already have some ferrite ready. A glass corridor. But yeah. Unfortunately, you can only make 5 at a time. Oh, yep. Okay, so it is 40 to 1. And inside here is the trade hub, where you have a little star. Big star. All these hubs. So, what I want to do is have my community come in and be able to trade and do whatever. And explore from here. From this red class system. This awesome red class system. It's not all that awesome. I think it's amazing. Let's go ahead and build more structures here. Could go with glass. Instead, what I'm going to do... Yeah, actually... build my Tower of Babel here. Here's the thing. You have storage containers, right, in this game? These are the storage containers. They're huge. And yet they can only hold 5. 5 items. It's dumb. I know. Inventory full. They're that big, and they can only store 5. And when you have them connected, it doesn't matter. Like, there's some things about this game that I question heavily. So even when they're connected like this. Yep. You're stuck with these 5. Just 5 slots. It's kind of weird because you'd think that with a game like this, or no, with a container this big, you get probably like at least 10. Or if they're connected, you know, you'd see all the items right here, but you don't. So it makes me go, every single time. So what I want to do is create a, you know, a circular room down here, but and have it, you know, for storage containers. But no, what you can do is go structures, right? I think it was on structures. No. You go tech, you go storage, then you have locked crate. Here's the thing: the locked crate is not storage. Show you. Not unless they fixed it. Nope. It is pure decoration. And yet, it's under storage. Go figure. Right? It's really, really confusing. Alright, so I'm going to start with my Tower of Babel here. And what will happen is, oh, it only costs 5. I thought it was 10. Did they lower the gas? I mean, not gas, but the glass? Huh. Weird. Anyways, one of those. Alright. So what will happen is I will build a another corridor right up here. Other side. Actually, right up here. Right at the glass dome. And then I'm going to build another circular, and that will go up, and it will stack like that. Upwards and upwards. And so what that will do is I can go all the way to the top. Hopefully I have enough fuel. Yes, I do. Great. So I can just go to the top right here and continue stacking, and then stack some more until I reach the limit. Whatever limit that might be. And I think, and coming to mind now, is I will have a little branch off here and there from the tower, for other rooms and whatnot. But again, this is going to take a lot of time. Glass, thank you, glass. I should have 2 extractors, but I don't. Also, make sure to save all that, all my progress. Also, let me see if I can make a plant or I need dioxide, and I can only get dioxide from Frost Planet. No, that's Frost Crystal. Dioxide. Actually, wait, dioxide. I think it is only from Frost Planet. So if I were to warp to another planet, then yeah, I would lose whatever I would have in the large refiner. That's a no-go for me. Also, there's only one distress beacon on this entire planet. And it's the same one every single time I select that option. Alright, this is almost done. Come on, pure ferrite. So, my plan. We get to my base. Frozen Wasteland Feeding Zone. This base took me a while to build because I had to deal with the cold. I had to deal with the hostile. Well, they're not aggressive sentinels, but I had to deal with the sentinels, and that was not fun. That was, yeah, that was a pain in the butt. Wait, is there power to these? Yeah, there is. Alright. So I have that. Got my teleporter ready. As for my, got my ships right out here. Now, originally I was going to have, well, and I still will have this used as a feeding zone. I just don't have the blueprint to make the feeder. See, there's a little animal right there. And so what you do is you... Oh my god, there's a crystal. Is you feed these guys, like, whatever, you know, whatever food that they like. And they poop. And with the poop, you... One second. There we go. With the poop, you collect. And you get this, this mineral from their poop. And why haven't I not scanned you yet? That you can use to make ingredients. Especially for cooking. And gross. Because you're cooking with poop. Alright, see? So I have my extractor and I have my supply. 1200. That's all I need, really. Yeah, my cold protection's going down. And my solar panels are down too. Alright, so let's go back to colony. Yeah, I should definitely get up on that blueprint. Because I have more than enough salvage modules to do so. But again, it's just a matter of me finding the will to do it. For a second there, I thought I was stuck. Right, salt. Let's turn you into chlorine. And make money. Alright, tech, specialist, farming. No, I did my, no, I had a mission. Alright, so I have to grow a solar vine. Phosphorus, which I have, and selenium. Yes, I have both actually. So that won't be a problem. I thought. Alright. Actually, I don't even need to go to another station. I can just go here and sell my stuff. Sell your items. Yes, please. Dense chromatic. Storm crystal. I'm gonna actually save that. What can I sell from my ship first? Can't. Alright, let me go find the phosphorus and gamma root. The gamma root. There we go. Farming solar vine. Neat. Alright, little Gek, what do you have to do? Fungal mold? Oh wait, do I have any? I think I do. Tech specialist farming. Alright, so I will need metal plating. I could build another one, but I won't be able to reach the one in the corner. So one there. Won't be so bad, I can do that. I need metal plating for crap. I want to place one like right. I can place one like right next to the other one, but alright. So fungal mold. Ammonia and I know I have the mold, but other ingredient? I do. these? Yeah, fungal. I'm thinking the ammonia is in, I don't think it's in any one of these. Let me check. Milestones, discoveries. Let's go to the one I'm in. What do you have? Nope. Nope. What was that? Obsidian heat. And the environment, memories of frost? I thought there was a water world here. Weird. Alright. So I will need to find a system that has that stinks. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that chlorine. Not bad. Try and see what was the last planet. System. I think that was it. All right, I have more solar panels right down there. So that's the thing. You never have enough solar panels. The good thing about, oh, whoops, I was going to actually go into the anomaly, but I don't have that. All right. The good thing about the freighter is that you don't need the warp drives or the right engines to warp into a particular color class, class system, such as red, green, yellow. Unlike your starship, you can go anywhere. That's to the galactic core. Map. Is that it? Is that the galactic core? Right, and oddly enough, I can't select the Atlas station. I like going to the Atlas station. Get to learn new word. Without having to interact with the Alright. Interesting. It used to allow me to follow the Atlas path. Did they change that so it can't? Deck. Hey, that's really weird. Yeah, system of your water. Interesting. Can't warp there either. Yeah, see, if I were... Interesting. Alright, never mind. Inside the space anomaly. But weird, I used to be able to select the Atlas station as a sort of a waypoint target in a galaxy map. Oh, I'll have to read up in the discussions forum. Changed anything? Alright, let me go try and find stuff to make here. Back area. Blueprints. Yeah. Primitive. Wall switch, proximity switch. Lights, chairs, tables, other forms of decoration. Wall flags. I'll do the wall flags later. What's that? Great fabricator. Aquatic. Been thinking about doing aquatic, but yeah. Good. What are you? Antimatter reactor. Convert them into usable antimatter. User must monitor fuel levels to ensure continued operation. Interesting. Storm crystals. I don't think I have 5 of them. I can make the antimatter. I can make, obviously, the metal plating. Interesting. But I want right here is the automated feeder. Automatically supply nearby creatures with food. Life. Keep bait tanks full in order to supply life forms with the desired food. And livestock. Whereas power. Creatures that are ready to be harvested from milk, eggs, or other crystal livestock can deposit their yields. Deposit. Yeah, I already have that. So to make this, I need creature pellets. Easy enough to make. Oxygen filter, I can make that. Metal plating, obviously. Okay. Yeah. As for this, I don't really care for it right now. Short range teleporter. Between nearby locations. I wonder if this will work for my bases on my home planet. No, where I have my colony and my site extractors, or extracting sites. So instead of using the teleporter, I can just use the short-range teleporter. Appearance modifier. Don't really need it. Not top priority for me. Alright, so for paving. Yeah, viewing sphere. Like that. Might as well. Oh, I don't have any more. Awesome. That's it. Unless... if this guy... Nope, nothing new there. Wonder if he restocks his supplies with something new. No. No, he doesn't. I have too many nanites. The number of nanites I have is too damn high. Reach long distance transmitter. Yeah, some of these ships look pretty cool. Kind of jealous about some of them. There is that Viking, where was it? Oh, I can't enter my galaxy map? There we go. Galaxy map. Alright. Was it here? It was a, Viking world. Oh. Or system. Ooh, Gek. Tempted. Very much tempted. Mining. You know what? Let's go to there. Because I've had followers and viewers telling me how they got like these free A-class, S-class freighters, and I'm like, but how? Like, no, they'd go through something like this where they would encounter a freighter being under attack. But whenever I save a freighter, like, hey, do you want this freighter for like 80 million? I'm like, no, thanks. Oh, there was more. And it better be worth it. Oh, snap, okay. Here's the thing about my ship. It's pretty much a tank. Like, it can definitely take the hits. It doesn't have that much firepower, though. Fortunately. You're dead. What do you have? Or back. That is ferrite. Okay. I don't like when the enemy ship hides within the yeah, see? I gotta be a dick like that. How many more pirate ships are there? Surely. I'm afraid of hitting the freighter, and I've done that before, and after I was done killing the pirates, the freighter turned on me, and I'm like, oh, welp. And it was a huge freighter. I think it was like an S-class. So I was pretty annoyed by that. There we go. How many more ships left? 2. Alright. Friend is best friend. Welcome. Okay. Okay. He wants me to board the ship. Please tell me it's free. Please tell me this freighter is free. I would be so happy. But let's not kid ourselves. Warped 50 times. I thought I've warped more times than that, but alright. Please tell me this is free. I want it. I want a bigger freighter than they already have. How many crits do I have? 15 mil? That's not enough. I wouldn't mind having the Gek as crew. Little guy. B class. 77 million units. Ah. That's not fair. That's really annoying. It's like, hey, you saved all of our lives. Here's a really nice freighter. It's only gonna cost you 77 million units. Okay. See if I can recruit any frigates. Support specialists. You know, no, I'm good on support. I'm just not feeling it for the lack of awesome freighters. Is there? Okay, there's you. Also need to upgrade my backpack here, if I can do that. Betatel Station Tau. What kind of ship is that? Ah! Come back! Oh. How much would it cost? That would be 200,000. Ooh, that's 400. Go. A little guy. We have for me. Life support. Ooh. A tool. Oh, why does that cost more? It doesn't really look like it's. Teach me new words, you strange looking aliens. Deck standing has increased. And increased again. wonder how they categorized all this. All the words and everything. The vocabulary. Oh, there's... Residual goop. Those are nanites. Then again, I already have like what, 3.5 thousand? Or sorry, 3,500 nanites. What am I doing trying to buy more? Dumb. Where's my character going? Alright. I'm gonna check out what these planets are. This one smacked out of me. You are frost ooh, activated copper. Frostbat. No one likes frostbat. Besides, I already have a frost planet in my system. Don't need to visit another one unless it's the one for the feeder. Also, how's my
Technology recharge.
platinum? Ancient key I can store in my my inventory back on my planet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Alright, what kind of planet are you? Been to planet. Copper, gold, salt, high sentinel activity. Cool. That's all I have to say. So far, I'm not impressed. I'll go to this planet and I'll go to a new system. Maybe one day I'll come across that free freighter. I doubt it. I think I'll need to save up to like about 100 million units. What kind of planet are you? Yeah, there is recharging. Ancient bones. Ooh, star bulb, copper, temperate planet, silver. Not bad. I don't need any more of those. Go to the galaxy map. skip that system. I think I've already been to that others. One. Three planets. Got platinum and gold. I saw ancient bones and I saw something else. Rusted metal, cadmium, silver. That's not bad. It's an empty planet, so it's no dead, but that ain't bad. Oh, hello, planet. Temperate, Magnus, cadmium. Come on, ship. Yep. You know what? We're gonna check this planet out. Phosphorus dioxide. Four, three, two, one. Ooh, yeah. It's dead. And I spy with my little eye a whispering egg. Oh my. What could possibly go wrong? There is a floating crystal. Cadmium deposit, silver deposit. Kind of far. Barely in here for me. And I thought that there was a space station. Yeah, it's not like each and every system that I go to, I'm going to walk around and discover all the life forms. No. That'd be a little bit too much. I guess I can go for some room. what weapon do you have for me? Shadow of Sight. Oh no. No, no, no. Much more interested in exotics. Oh, there we go. Changed. My legs. Ah. Alright, let me go into my base and save. Find another stream at the host. Save point. Save point restored. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Alrighty, tidy. Switch my back a bit, but thank you all for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Remnant, an update. Interesting. Interesting. I'll have to go read that later. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Greatly appreciate the support. I am going to go ahead and head on out, but before I do, I'm going to find another streamer on Mixer to host. So give me a second here. Out, but before who should we host? Who? All right. Let's show some love to Neospell here. All right. Yep. Alrighty. I'll go ahead and catch you guys later. I'll see you all tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with some Warframe. Alrighty, tidy. See you all then.